Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Julius DeBerry with Majestic Studios, and today I have a quick overview for you for the new interface for Kontakt 7. This is just to help some of the guys out that are interested in upgrading to Kontakt 7 but have not done it yet. And just wanted to, so since you haven't gotten your hands on the software yet, maybe you wanted to take a close look at the interface and what some of the things that they've changed with this new update. As stated in my previous videos, I upgraded from Complete 10, so there's a lot of instruments and sounds that are very new to me, but I know this Kontakt version is new to everybody. So I just wanted to kind of step through a few things that took me a little bit to get used to or to understand that may kind of help you guys workflow and save you some time whenever you get your hands on it. So we're just going to start right here at the top and just kind of work our way through. This shouldn't be a long video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comments below, and I'll get to them and possibly include answers or details in future videos. Also, while we're here, please like and subscribe to the channel. I am normally a keyboard tutorial production type of channel, but I'm trying to introduce myself to a new audience with the Complete. I do a lot of software as far as recording and stuff like that, recording engineering, production. So I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of jump off the cliff with Complete right when it came out, and so I hope you guys enjoy the channel and enjoy the content here. So anyway, we're going to jump right on into this. Just at the top of the screen, this little button here that is right next to the Kontakt label. If you push that button, it's going to take you between the new and the old setup, depending on how you have your settings done. And we'll talk about that a little bit further down this line. But let's just go over kind of how this, well, before we go there, I'll just go ahead and just kind of go across here. This is the save button. I think that's been around or here for a while. The button that you can use to create a new instrument or load instruments, load recent instruments that you've had. You can do all of that from this. It looks like the old school floppy disk. You can push that and the drop down just pops up from there. This is the settings. This has been around forever. This is where you would make your settings for your the window size, the interface period, how your engine, the sample path, like where your samples are being stored. Just anything that have to do with the settings is done in this screen here. Let's see. The libraries that are active inside of your Kontakt software can all be not launched, but set or selected from here. How your the memory is staged or whatnot as far as Kontakt is concerned, all of that can be done from here as well. So anything setting wise is done from this little gear. This is where you would set your window, like how you want your interface to look. I'm going to take the check marks off of everything so you guys can see. This is with your interface completely blank, and they give you choices to put to add the side pane. I'm not sure what that little graphical glitch was. Hope you guys saw that. But if you want to add the side pane where it has all of your instruments that you can load, that's all done from this screen as well. That's where you set that. That's what the side pane is. Then the master, this is where it added this pane of options across the top here. Master editor, the volume, the tuning, looks like maybe a metronome possibly. All of these settings, yep, the metronome is here, and setting the volume for metronome, all of that is done from inside of here. Info, this is where the info for whatever library you currently have selected or loaded and open will be set. The information for that library will be down here at the bottom of the screen. Let's see. Mine isn't changing. I wonder which instrument how it determines which instrument it's giving you information for at any given time. Because mine is just set on strummed acoustic right now. Let's see, it's not changing for me. So maybe that's something that I'll have to figure out and place back into a later video. Or if you guys know and understand already, you can put that down in the comments for me to read, and other people can get that information from there. This next check mark is for the outputs, and this is how your audio is leaving your Kontakt instrument. It can come out in stereo pairs or several stereo pairs, depending on how your interface or outputs are set up within your DAW or for your audio system. You can put the keyboard on here. Of course, you know the keyboard. Some of the instruments, this will be color coded and give you information, visible feedback of the buttons that you're pushing, and which buttons do what as far as how they're color coded. Some of them will initiate different articulations from things like guitars and stringed instruments. So all of those colors will be down here for you to see, as well as the notes that you're using to actually play the instrument. All right, and then the quick load. This is to quickly load instruments into your instrument pane. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna go and I'll leave them on for now. And then this button here, it says it toggles between the full Kontakt rack view and a minimized version showing only a single instrument. So this is what it looks like for a single instrument, and this is what it looks like in full rack view. Some of this you guys probably have already known, but I'm just showing you kind of how it looks in the new Kontakt. So this is the part that I think most people are going to be interested in here. This is this first button here. If you click this, this is how you get to toggle between the old setup versus the new setup. And so what we have here now is we're going to go top to bottom. There's a search bar that you can type in if you want to type in piano, and it will bring up all of the libraries that have pianos included in them, piano sounds, as well as all the presets that are considered that the keyword piano brings up. So we put piano. Let's see if we put trumpet. So now all of the libraries that have presets that pull from the query of the word trumpet are now located here, and you can quickly select those presets based on either select the presets or preview the presets based on this search that you put here. Let's put synth bass. Okay. Of course, there's got to be way more instruments in here that will come up under the synth bass, but this is all that came back from this. Only showing there's only three presets that have the word synth bass in the title. But when we went to trumpet, some of these presets don't have the word trumpet in them, so there may be something in the background as far as keywords that help pull or generate the search results based on what you type here. So you can type here and kind of help you find some sounds. I'm going to go back to blank on that. Here it says toggle between factory and user created content. So that's self-explanatory. If you want to jump between content that you've created yourself or that maybe that you bought and loaded from somewhere, that stuff can be toggled as far as what's showing in your interface by pushing this button. It looks like a little person. I'm assuming that this star is this, not assuming, but it says filter for favorite presets. So as we go through the presets, you'll see a little bit later that you can put stars beside certain presets, and that's how you can identify them as your favorites. And you can pull them quickly to be able to search or look through by pushing this star. Let's see, it says pin the content browser to keep it open after loading a preset. That's what this button does, and this button here closes the whole thing and brings us back to that old Kontakt interface. Okay, that's what that last little X does. Okay, so now we're getting down to the juicy stuff. Let's see. So if you go here, excuse me, up here it says sound type. You can sort by sound type and you can sort by character, probably meaning the character of the sound. I'm guessing, maybe like the type of sound it is. Yep, we push character and the sound type. They are showing different things. Ambience is showing, sound type is showing keywords like bass synth, brass, distortion, drums, flutes, guitar, loops, multi-tracks, one-shots, organs, etc. And when you go to character, it's sorted by different words like acoustic or analog, arpeggiated, bright, clean, dark, digital. And these are probably all keywords that are set in the background depending on the presets. And you can use these, like if you want to find just the pads, and you go to character and click pads, and now it brings up first of all of the instruments that have pads associated with them, or that these presets come from. And it also, something that's really cool is down here at the bottom, it shows you how many presets you have to choose from depending on which one of these keywords you pick. And I was wondering just now if you could do multiple at a time. So if you hold the shift button and you select like acoustic and guitar, and then bring up piano or vocal, now it's not showing necessarily sounds that have all of these qualities, but it's showing sounds from all of these qualities. So acoustic sounds, guitar sounds, piano sounds, and vocal sounds. Okay, because I would have guessed that as I selected more, it would have gotten smaller, but it's actually increasing. And when I say gotten smaller, I mean the number of presets you have to pick from. I would have, if it was combining all of these adjectives together, I think that the number of presets you would have been able to pick from would have been smaller. But since it's getting bigger, I think it's just adding to the list, depending on how many of these keyword adjectives to describe your presets you have selected. And it's the same thing under sound type. So we can look at bass sounds, brass sounds, and drum sounds all together, and it tells you how many presets you have to pick from, and they all pop up here on this right side, and all of the instruments associated with those presets are here in this big pane. All right, so something that took me a little bit to figure out that might help you guys is that you can resize this window. There's a little drag down here you can use to make it bigger so it can take up more of your screen. I know there are some people complaining that's one of the things that they wanted from Kontakt, is to be able to resize. I don't know if this is exactly what you mean, but you can get it quite a bit bigger than how it started out for me. I thought this was all we had to deal with, but I can, make it cover my entire screen. And then a second thing that I think is really cool, if you right here when you're on the preset screen, if you scroll up and down, it allows you to look at all the presets, and when nothing is selected, just showing you guys, it's showing that we have 15,606 presets to pick from within all of the instruments in this Kontakt program. And one of the things that I think is cool is that you can slide this window to resize, and it shows you more of the presets at one time. And that's going to become even more important in just a second with this next thing that I'm going to show you. So as you see, all of these sound types are not selected, nothing is highlighted. When it's highlighted, it looks like that. There's a white box around it, and you can, you know, definitely tell it looks different than the other ones. But if you don't want any selected, you just push the button again and it goes blank and brings, you know, back to a clean slate as far as the searchable things. But if you click on an instrument, you can, like if I click on, let's see, Ashlight, we'll click Ashlight. So within Ashlight, now I've clicked that. Now it shows me these are sound types at the top. You see they look different than it did when I actually selected it. When I actually selected the sound type, it was a white box and outlining which sound type I had picked. But if I actually pick the instrument, now the white outline is gone, but the word is highlighted a little bit more bold and white, and it darkens the other adjectives or sound types that are not affiliated with this instrument. So you can see that kind of plain. So now if I say, okay, I want to use the Ashlight instrument and I want to look for a synth pad in Ashlight. Now I can look and see, okay, does Ashlight have any synth pads? So I'm looking through here and I say, okay, synth pad is able to be selected. So you push it and now it brings you up to all of the presets that are in Ashlight that are considered synth pads. Okay. Now let's see, and that shows that there's 10 of them. So now I know I have 10 and I can preview them by just selecting the sound. Let's see. So you guys should be able to hear that. It gives you like just a little preview of what the sound sounds like. And you can select them one at a time. All right, so you don't have to open up the program. You don't have to open up the instrument to be able to hear what the sound sounds like. And you can see if there's something in here that interests you or you feel like that you can use within your production without even leaving the screen. Okay, and if there is something that you do like, you can just put the star by it so you don't forget it. And it leaves the star. And then when you push this star button, these instruments that you have favorited come up and allow you to choose them for your production. Now you can, if you realize that once you're in this screen that you don't like it anymore, you can push the star again and it's gone away. All right, so now you push that star to go back to the regular screen. When you push the star back, those presets that you deselected from your favorites are gone. All right, let's see. So again, we were in Ashlight. All right, cool. All right, so let's see. You can do that within any of the sounds. I'm gonna go to some of these drums because there was something that I saw earlier. All right, let's see. Let's go to glaze. All right, just still being able to preview sounds. Still being able to preview sounds within these instruments. Now, there was something that I saw earlier where if you had let's see, we're going to go away from sorted by instrument. I'm going to go to bass. And then, let's see. Maybe it was under character. Let's see. All right, and just tell you this while we're here, if this volume thing here determines how loud the preview will be. So you can adjust that depending on how loud you want it to be. Okay, and right next to the volume slider for the preview volume for the presets, there's another settings wheel that allows you to import content into Kontakt. So just wanted to say that while I was down there talking about that. Okay, and the last thing is that once you have certain categories, once you have an instrument selected or a sound type selected, once you get to this level, you can sort the banks by categories as well. So if you want to look at all of the banks that fit your category within this instrument, you can select all banks right here on the right, but you can sort it by certain categories within that sound bank as well. Let me go to one that has more in it, just for example. Let's see, we'll go to mic. Okay, so this guitar one, we're on the session guitar, pick the nylon. You see that all banks within that instrument show 102 presets, but if you go to melody, it jumps down. So these are all melodic things, melodic presets that you can check within the session guitars. So let me click once, you can hear what it sounds like. Not much to those at all in the preset. Let's go to regular and listen. So it just gives you a lot of sorting options to make it easier for you to find what you're looking for without having to load instruments constantly during the process. So that is a simple, straightforward overview of the interface for Kontakt 7. And I hope it makes sense. Hope it helps you guys if you're on the fence about, you know, how it feels, how it looks, it being different. Learning curve, it's not too bad. It's quite a bit different than it was before as far as loading instruments and having a way to preview and listen to the sounds before you load them into your project. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, again, this channel, we're not shifting, but we're just adding another element to the channel with this complete 14. And so if there's anything that you guys are interested in specifically as it relates to collector's edition or the set period, let me know and I'll try to cover it in some form or matter. Last night we did a 20 or 30 minute live stream, just kind of going over some sounds. So there'll be different things like that offered from time to time as well. Again, like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know how you like it or what can make it better. And we appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next video.